Good evening, children. Today we are going to learn something that we see around all of us, which has names. So, under this grammar category, we are going to learn nouns today. Nouns are words that are used to name an animal, a person, an idea, place, or thing. Here are some of the examples that explain what are nouns. Peter is an example of a name of a person. Driver comes under the category of a person who works as a driver. Sister and friend are all names and categories of relationship, whereas Brazil is a name of a place. Pen is a name of a thing. Dog is a name of an animal, whereas money is a name of an object which we use for buying things. And here are few more examples which are not related to human beings, place, but they are abstract emotions. For example, love, beauty, industry, nature, greed, and pain. All these are the names of certain emotions and feelings, and they also come under the category of nouns because they are naming it. But the points that we must always remember are that in common nouns, the names of the person, place, or thing are kinds and are many, whereas in the proper noun, it is the noun that gives the name of a particular place or thing to differentiate it from the others. Another common thing or different thing about common noun and proper noun are, in common noun it is generally a name for the various categories. For example, all cows are called cow. They do not have a particular name. Every wooden furniture on which we sit, which has a shape of having 4 legs and has a place where we can sit, it is called a chair. Every person who works in the field is called a farmer, and every institution where students go to study is called a school. So these are common nouns because everywhere commonly they have the same name. Whereas in proper noun, they are names of particular things. For example, Delhi is a particular name of a particular place. Taj Mahal is an example of a particular monument, and they are not common. There is only one Taj Mahal and there is only one place called Delhi, which is India's capital. And another common thing that we should remember in both these cases are, common nouns are not written in capital letters. You can see over here that cow, chair, farmer and school are not written in capital letters, whereas Delhi and Taj Mahal are written in capital letters because they are examples of proper noun. Even our names are written in capital letters. Few more examples of common noun and proper noun are, under common noun, boy, car, country, movie, mountain, subject and river. Whereas in proper noun, look at this difference. A boy can be named as Rahul. A car can be Audi, which is a particular name of a car. A country can be any other country, but in particularly we are talking about India. So all these particular things have capital letters in front of it. Moving on, if we take the example of a movie, The Lion King, again here it is written in capital letters. A particular mountain is named as Mount Everest. A particular subject, English. A specific river, Ganga. So you can clearly see that from common noun to proper noun, we are specifying things, and in proper noun it is all written in capital letters, whereas common noun are written in small letters. The second category is countable noun. Countable nouns are things that can be counted. A countable noun can be singular or plural. For example, one apple or two apples. Now the various rules that we should remember under countable noun are: a or an is used with a countable noun. When countable noun is plural, we can use it alone. For example, bottles can break. I like oranges. We need not use a or an over here. Next one, we can use some and any with countable nouns. For example, I have got some dollars. We are mentioning how many dollars. We can count the dollars, so we are using the word some. Next example, have you got any pens? Again here we can count the number of pens, so we are using the word any. Next example, we can use a few and many with countable nouns. For example, I've got a few dollars and I don't have many pens. All these are used because we can use numbers to count countable nouns. Next category is uncountable nouns. Uncountable noun cannot be counted or cannot be divided into separate parts, and thus they always remain as singular verbs. For example, there is some water in the bottle. Water is something that cannot be counted. Ideas and concepts. For example, love, fun, sadness, work, money, peace, add, safety. These are words that cannot be counted at all. Information, advice, news, knowledge are things which cannot be counted by anybody. The other categories are music, furniture, equipment, literature, meat. Liquids and foods can also not be counted. For example, water, butter, rice, flour, milk. Thus, we cannot use some, few or many in front of these uncountable nouns. The next category of noun is concrete noun. Concrete nouns are people, places or things that we can experience with our five senses. We all have five senses, that is, touch, taste, sight and smell. Examples are: she kept the book on the table. The noun is the book. Now that is an example of a concrete noun because we can see the noun book with our eyes. We can touch it also. So with two sense organs, we can know that it is a concrete noun. Other examples are voice, which can be heard, water, that can be felt as well as drunk, smoke, that can be smelt or seen, lemon, that can be tasted, truck, which can be seen with the help of eyes, nose, that can be felt, police, that can be seen by our eyes, coffee, that can be tasted, arrow, which can be touched, and phone, which can be used as well as heard. So all these are examples of concrete noun because we can use it, we can understand it with the help of our five senses. Moving on to abstract noun. Abstract noun is a noun that names a feeling or a quality that cannot be heard, touched, smelt or tasted. For example, Anger cannot be smelled, neither heard nor touched. Charity cannot be understood. It can be only shown through an action which is neither heard, touched, smelt, or tasted. Gossip, angle, angel, devil, idea, hope, trust, luck, patience, and tolerance, strength, fear are all examples of abstract noun because they can never be heard, touched, smelt, or tasted. Collective noun is a noun that names a group or a collection of persons, animals, or things as a complete group. For example, many people together are known as a band of people or a bevy of girls. A number of animals together, a brood of hens, a sloth of bears, and many things together, a carton of milk, a batch of cakes. So these are the examples of collective noun because they are a collection of persons, animals, or things.